If you still have some of that Easter ham in your refrigerator, how long does it stay good until it goes bad?
Well, if you ask my mom, she'll say you could freeze that thing up to 6 to 8 months.
Okay. We're going to talk about that and so many other interesting topics tonight. Welcome inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios. It's Monday. Felicia and Angela are with us tonight. We're going to talk about the WNBA draft. The Indiana Fever had the #1 pick tonight. The franchise very excited about their top player, and they picked up an IU player tonight, too.
I saw that on
So
Twitter,
that's exciting for IU Nation, so we'll get into that in a minute. But Felicia, you have gotten rid of your heaviest coat, at least for a few weeks.
No, I don't. I have it right here.
Wait a minute. Why are you still bringing it in? It's like 70 degrees today.
And that's also why I have on this sweater, because it's freezing on the inside. It's cold in here.
I did not see you bring that in.
I literally took it off just so we could go and be on TV, but it's cold. It's always cold in television.
Well, it's cold in the studios, but outside you would not have needed that today.
No, we made it to 70. We made it to 70. Now, I will say it was cool this morning, so maybe a sweatshirt or a jacket, and you'll need that again tomorrow morning, but that, I would say, is
I'm warm, I'm comfortable, this is my business.
Right.
I understand.
And it is air conditioned in here, so I understand.
But we're back into the 70s tomorrow.
I love it.
After a cool start, we're kind of in the middle of a sunny stretch. We'll be at 42 at 8 a.m., 67 midday, and then all afternoon in the 70s. Victory Field is going to be the spot to be over the next, about week. The home team is back for a home stand that kicks off tomorrow evening at 6:05 first pitch, and temperatures will be in the low 70s and still should be in the 60s through the ninth inning. Wednesday looks even warmer, middle and upper 70s, nearing 80. If we don't get 80 Wednesday, we will on Thursday, and this sunny stretch and dry stretch will continue through Thursday before rain chances return. We'll have a little more information on timing, because it's still going to be plenty warm Friday, Saturday for outdoor plans. And right now, neither day looks to be a washout, so we'll kind of fine-tune the timing to help you make your outdoor plans. Now, I will tell you, Sunday does look colder.
All right, so Felicia, Sunday is the day you're going to need that coat.
Whip that coat right back out.
Well, when you say colder, what do you mean?
50s, and then we may dip into the 40s early next week, but this is going to be a brief shot of cold air.
Yeah.
We do warm right back up.
Oh, yes.
Brief shot.
Well, it's just a sign of the times. Now we're getting more of the warmer days than we are the cooler days, so maybe it's going to break soon.
It's close.
And we know we're getting more daylight, which is fun because you can leave at the end of the workday and still enjoy the sun and get outside. So.
Sunsets after 8 o'clock, so if you work a normal, 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 and you're home by 6, you still have a couple of hours of daylight. And it is going to be nice the next several days.
All right, very good. We'll get back to Angela and talk a little bit more about the forecast, what you can expect for the end of the work week. And we'll get back to Angela in a moment. Felicia and I do want to talk about our big story tonight that we're going to be talking about at 11 o'clock. And sadly, Felicia, we learned that a 5th person has now died from that bank shooting in Louisville today.
Yeah, we've been following this story that broke earlier today, so we've been on top of it. 4 people, we heard that a handful of people were in critical condition. Now we've learned that one of those people has since passed.
Right, a former bank employee was the one that opened fire, and here's a story to catch you up to speed on what happened today.
At least 4 people are dead, 9 others injured, including at least 2 police officers, after a mass shooting at a bank in downtown Louisville.
3 which are in critical condition, including our officer, 3 who are listed in non-critical condition, and 3 who have been treated and released.
Police say one of the 2 injured officers is a rookie.
The officer who is in critical condition today, Officer Nicholas Wilt, 26 years of age, just graduated from the police academy on March 31st. I just swore him in. He was struck in the head, engaged in this incident. Nick has come out of brain surgery and is in critical but stable condition.
It started around 8:30 this morning when Louisville Metro Police say they received a report of shots fired and a possible active shooter at Old National Bank.
Within 3 minutes of being dispatched, officers arrived on scene and encountered the suspect almost immediately, still firing gunshots.
Officers exchanged gunfire with the shooter, who died at the scene. Police say the shooter was shot and killed by officers. Police this afternoon identifying the victims.
Tommy Elliott, 63 years of age. Jim Tutt, 64 years of age. Josh Barrett, 40 years of age. And Juliana Farmer, 57.
A federal law enforcement source tells CNN the gun used in the shooting was an AR-15 style rifle. Two law enforcement sources say the shooter started as an intern in 2018 and later became a full-time employee. Police say he was still working there at the time of the shooting, but had been notified he was going to be terminated, according to a law enforcement source familiar with the investigation. One man says his wife works at the bank and called him as everything unfolded.
I got a call from my wife panicking that she was locked in the vault, that there was an active shooter in the building, and call 911. Just a very traumatic phone call to get right at 8:30.
Police say the suspect live streamed the shooting. A law enforcement source telling CNN the Instagram live stream was taken down, but not immediately after the shooting, and that police now have the video. Kentucky Governor Andy Bashar says this hits close to home, as one of the victims was a close friend.
Tommy Elliott helped me build my law career, helped me become governor. It's one of the people I talk to most in the world, and very rarely are we talking about my job. He was an incredible friend.
And again, within the last 30 minutes, we learned a fifth person, a woman, has died. And we'll get you up to speed on that story tonight on 13 News at 11. Rachel Krause is going to take a look at how Indianapolis Metro Police are looking at this and other things, trying to make sure when there is an active shooter situation in Indianapolis that they are ready and trained for it.
Yeah, they've been having trainings. This is, I think, the second of those. And so it's something that, of course, you don't want to have to prepare for, but it's the reality of what's happening in society today.
Right. So let's turn our attention now to the WNBA draft. And ladies, this was a big night for the Indiana Fever. Indiana Fever, it's been a long time since they've been good. They've finished near the bottom in the last couple of seasons. So as a result, they got the #1 pick tonight in the WNBA draft. And here's how it unfolded.
With the first pick in the 2023 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Aaliyah Boston, University of South Carolina.
All right, so Aaliyah Boston is the #1 draft pick and headed for Indianapolis to play at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. She is a talent in so many ways. She is a 4-time All-American, a 2-time National Player of the Year, and a 2-time Naismith Defensive Player of the Year. In fact, the Fever coach tonight, after the announcement was made, was talking about her defense and that she's going to really control the paint. So the Indiana Fever have 5 rookies on the team currently. Also, they drafted tonight Grace Berger, who is an IU guard and a pretty good outside shooter. And, of course, we know how IU did this year in terms of women's basketball, finishing at the top of the Big Ten and making that dynamic run. So we expect to see Aaliyah Boston be one of the main players coming to the Indiana Fever, and we wish the Fever a lot of luck because, you know, it's been, let's see, 2012 was the year they won the championship. The last winning season was 2015.
I know. It's a tough one. I think there are Fever fans here in the area and around the country, but you always want to have something to root for.
That is for sure.
Hopefully this player and then a little bit of our support, a little bit of our cheers can help get them where they need to be.
I tell you what, when the Fever were going through that championship run in 2012, I mean, Tamika Catchings, one of the greatest of all time, and watching them go to the championship game was really exciting. And I think it'd be great if we could get Aaliyah Boston and these new players, Grace Berger from IU, to get the Fever back to where they used to be.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter Grace started going to the Fever games as a 6-year-old.
Yeah,
and
isn't
really,
that neat?
Yeah, really remembers that 2012 run, and so it's I mean, it's probably a dream come true for
Oh my gosh!
To come back to your hometown like that, the home area, you know, everybody's watching. Your family can root for you. Everybody at the church with your mom.
Yes, of course.
You know, it matters. It matters.
All right, I want to finish up tonight by talking about your Easter ham. Anybody have ham for Easter? I had ham.
I did,
Anybody?
actually.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
So did you just not eat it, or was it not around?
It was not provided.
Not provided.
Oh, okay. If it had been provided, would you have eaten it?
If it is a certain kind of ham.
All right.
I'm a bit of a ham snob.
I can see. I can see.
Honey bake or nothing.
Oh, you know,
Okay.
honey bake is really good.
I was just curious because Angela eats so healthy. She eats the healthiest out of all of us.
No,
and so I was like, oh, what's she partaking in?
Yeah, no, I would have eaten it. I
Yeah.
told my mom at brunch yesterday, I said, I really wish we were having honey baked ham and
Yeah.
scalloped potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we had cheesy potatoes and ham at our house. In fact, I wanted to show you the leftovers. So this is at the Swan fridge. I sent my wife a text. I said, "Hey, sweetie, can you take a photo of the ham that is
Okay.
left over? It's very good. It may not look real good in here, but that's in the plastic container." But
Okay.
Nope, that's how
so-
all of our fridges look.
Right. So Felicia comes over and says, I think this would be a good story to talk about how good and how long does ham last in your refrige. So what would your guesses be before we go ahead and tell you?
I'm going to say 3 days.
3 days.
In the
What would you say?
refrigerator,
Yeah.
I would say a week.
About a
I
week?
would say, yeah, 5 to 7 days.
Okay,
Angela's
so-
shaking her head.
Oh, no.
So Yahoo.com did this story tonight. This is the whole reason we're doing this. How long does it stay good in your fridge? Thinly sliced deli ham tends to have a shorter shelf life, according to this article.
Okay.
Larger hams can last 5 full days.
Okay.
Another expert says if you wrap it in plastic wrap or in an airtight container, ham can last up to 3 days.
Oh, not the
so there's a
foil.
couple of people saying different things.
Somewhere
Cul-
3 to 5.
Culinary experts agree you should not eat ham after 10 days. If it goes
Oh.
bad, it'll turn either green or gray.
Yeah.
Ew.
Use your eyes, people. Use your eyes and some common sense.
I don't want
You
to
know,
turn in that color in my
The
fridge.
reason why I thought that it would be longer is because it's cured. Like, the ham is salty, so I'm
Yeah.
thinking that it would last a little bit longer.
Yeah, I
It's
get
one of
that.
the more processed meats out
Yeah.
there. So that's why I was thinking a little longer.
So if you had the ham,
Mm-hmm.
how long would you be using it? And
Oh,
would you,
just yesterday.
that's it.
Yeah, I'm not taking
So you would have given it to your kids
Or
or your
somebody,
mom
yeah.
and dad
Yep.
and have them take it.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to do a ham sandwich.
You're not going to do that.
No.
Okay. See, you know I talk about
Yeah, I
turkey
know.
sandwiches
Are you
a
having-
lot.
did you have
That's
ham
why-
I had
sandwich
ham
tonight?
sandwich tonight.
That's why we
and,
brought this
and
up.
Janae was kind enough to give me some ham and the eggs that we had this morning. So-
Yes, okay,
okay.
that's
Thanks
when
this
it's
morning.
really good because you
Yeah.
put it in that frying pan and you get that glaze on there and you know it makes its own fat and
Yes.
its own oil, so it just burns
your
up
eggs
there.
in there.
Yeah.
I like all
Yeah,
my
I get
food a
that.
little bit burnt.
So did you have any ham leftovers?
I did take a plate from someone else's house.
Yeah.
After they invited me to take a plate,
Sure.
I did not ask, and I was like, "Isn't it nice?" And it just got me thinking, like, why do we eat ham for Easter and ham for Christmas and turkey for Thanksgiving? Like, who
Right.
made these rules?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like them.
I'm not really sure. Let's find out what our friends on social media are saying.
We said, Jesus is coming back. We shall eat ham. Ham is the answer.
Let's see. Jim says, greetings from Phoenix. A cool 95
Oh,
here
that's too
today.
hot. That's too hot.
And
That's
let's
thick.
see. Renita says, ew, green or gray. So Renita, I think we can all agree with you, Renita, on that. Teresa also had ham. Fulton had ham.
Nice.
Victoria is saying good news about the WNBA draft tonight. Joyce says, love this weather.
Oh, me too, Joyce.
Yeah.
And you're going to love it tomorrow.
Good.
Sunshine, mid-70s, upper 70s Wednesday, 80 Thursday.
All right. So if you had ham, you've got maybe one, maybe
More days.
2 more days,
Sure.
and then get rid of it. Don't let it go green or gray.
1 or 2 days.
All right, Felicia and Angela and I will be back with you tonight at 11. We'll see you then over on Channel 13. Good night.
Like 4 to 5 days.